In today's episode, I'm going to show you how to use a habit tracker for increased productivity. So let's get started. Perspective plans with new videos and podcasts weekly. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/perspective plans for exclusive videos and more. Visit perspectiveplans.com for all of your planner and stationery needs. Only at Perspective Plans, helping you plan for what's to come. Hello everyone, I'm Christina B. Rising and welcome to the Perspective Plan Show, where I help you boost your productivity and help you stay organized so that you can easily handle whatever life throws at you. I upload new videos and podcasts every single week, so be sure to subscribe so you won't miss anything. Shop for workbooks, printables, and stickers at perspectiveplans.com. And last but not least, this episode would not be possible without the support of our Perspective Plans patrons and channel members. Thank you. Now let's get into this episode. Helping you plan for what's to come. A plethora of tasks to do during the day and limited hours to complete them. We have hundreds of choices to make every single day, some little and others major. Our life paths are determined by the choices we make in the next months and even years. With so many alternatives available, it may be challenging to identify what really is important. There is a limit to how much we can focus on before we begin to take shortcuts. Fortunately, learning and habit-forming abilities are gifts from nature. We get used to mechanical responses when faced with choices in predictable situations. This preserves our brain energy for important things. However, if you're careless with this procedure, you run the danger of creating bad habits or even forgetting to form some crucial ones. Habit trackers were created specifically for situations just like this. Someone may use a habit tracker in several ways. It may be tangible or even virtual. To put it simply, using a habit tracker involves putting your desired daily repeating actions into visual form. It helps you maintain what you do and provide you with a bit of direction. It's a visual reminder of the person you want to be. And you can find some really awesome habit trackers within my Every Minute Counts planner, available now at perspectiveplans.com and in print form at Amazon. If any of the following apply to you, you should be using a habit tracker. You frequently forget the little but important things that keep you focused, motivated, and physically and even mentally fit. You want to develop a new habit. You want to maintain your current habits consistently. You're serious about accomplishing your goals. You're self-disciplined and don't need anyone to hold you accountable. Tip 1, state of mind. My innate need to watch something as I eat is what sets off my mindful eating habit. I use it as a trigger because I want to break this eating and viewing habit. One stone with two birds. Understanding how your emotional state influences your behavior is essential to developing the habit of self-aware eating. Effectively changing some behaviors requires knowing the internal trigger that triggers them in the first place. For you, wanting to watch anything while eating is a cue to make a change as well as a trigger. Through the use of this trigger, you may successfully address two behaviors at once by changing your eating patterns to one that is more mindful. By maximizing your efforts, this strategic method helps you capitalize on patterns already established and make sustainable progress towards your objective. Tip 2, 60-40 rule. A good habit tracker doesn't challenge you with impossible objectives, but rather encourages you to go beyond your comfort zone. That seems like a formula for giving up on the whole tracking thing and switching to Netflix. You want a skewed balance of 60-40. To push the envelope and expand the possibilities, you want to tip the scales just a little bit toward the unpleasant, but not a bit too much. Green activities are green because if I had made them a regular habit, I know that I would not have done them. And I would do them reluctantly if I did them. It is not how habits are truly formed. So challenge yourself, but just a little. As you go, increase the strain by setting higher standards for yourself. Tip 3, use precise details. It makes sense to fine-tune. Tip 3, use precise details. It makes sense to fine-tune what you're doing since you'll be engaging in this specific habit daily for at least a month. As an example, when I initially began monitoring my writing practice, I only noted writing. It was expected for me to write a blog for at least an hour every day and to post twice or even 3 times a week. I quickly began using shortcuts. I had a busy day today, but 10 minutes is okay. Or writing in my notebook counts since I worked too much today and didn't get enough sleep. You're not aware of the inventive lengths. You'll go in order to avoid your obligations. To avoid this, be really detailed. If you want to develop the writing habit, if you want to develop the habit of writing down precisely what exactly counts as writing on any given day. Tip 4, beginning tiny. It's best to start small and gradually raise the burden while forming a new habit. In this manner, you may still be building a new pattern without overly disrupting your usual routine. Setting modest goals is often the best way to begin the process of forming new habits. It's possible to gradually accustom yourself to the new habit without overwhelming your present lifestyle by starting with tiny chores or even tweaks to your everyday routine. By doing things little by little, you may gain momentum and lay the groundwork for long-term success. You may progressively up the complexity of your intensity of the habit as it gets more embedded in your everyday routine, ensuring that your progress toward your objectives is actually steady. Tip 5, crush tasks by crossing it out. Those little crosses are really powerful. After obtaining a few of them, the momentum will start to grow as the strikes increase. And well, that's what you want. However, you don't want to weaken this strength by dismissing things without any thought. What am I trying to say here? An imaginary situation which you will definitely experience. So here's an imaginary situation which you will definitely experience. You now have a very impressive chain of 10 crosses, even if you know you won't develop the habit of writing today. How do you proceed? Even while I would really want to advise you to give it some grace. And place the cross there. In the long run, you would be hurting yourself. The crossing out will have no motivating value, crossing out all at once. You start taking shortcuts, treating yourself with firm love, and stop trying to justify your mistakes. Instead, make better plans for the next time. Tip 6, giving yourself a reward. Making a new habit feel wonderful is the most important factor to consider. From a neurological standpoint, every time you carry out a habit, you want to shoot yourself with a bit of dopamine. To put it differently, you want to enjoy the whole process so that it will inspire you to repeat it. It makes sense, doesn't it? However, what should be done if the practice itself, for example, like flossing, isn't that enjoyable? What if dopamine is truly absent in the situation? Incentives are truly the bonus of developing habits. Everything only needs a little push to work, not that I know firsthand. Any kind of incentive will do, as long as it encourages you to carry out the desired behavior. There are certain restrictions, however. Tip 7, consider the advantage. When monitoring habits, it's simple to lose sight of the main objective. Those crosses are powerful, as I have said before. Therefore, if you don't keep an eye on yourself, it's possible that you'll start to want to cross and even lose sight of the true objective at hand. Allow me to clarify here. When monitoring behaviors, it's critical to stay focused on the end result. The fundamental purpose underlying habit development may sometimes be overshadowed by the impact of those little crosses or even check marks. It's critical to maintain vigilance to make sure habit monitoring doesn't become a goal unto itself. Focus on the bigger picture, rather than just doing the current work at hand. Rather than being objective itself, these progress indicators should act as a constant reminder of the path leading to your intended result. You may fully use the habit monitoring for your own personal development if you remain aware of its underlying goals. Create a budget that works for you and track your debt, monthly bills, savings, expenses, cash envelopes, sinking funds, savings challenges, and more. This budget planner is perfect to take control of your finances, even if you are a beginner and just started your financial journey. Featuring 200 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, over 1,500 planner stickers in 14 unique colors, and 50 plus quote layering stickers that allow you to customize the background to match your planner style. All this and more can be found in the Budget Planner Bundle, available in 2 amazing color options at PerspectivePlans.com. Paperback edition, now available at Amazon. Helping you plan for what's to come. Tip 8. Understating the greatness. Benefits are innate. Intrinsic rewards are positive emotions experienced upon accomplishing a goal, triumphing over a challenge, or feeling content thereafter. You argue, however, that once I complete the assignment, those emotions will still exist. You're right, sure, but they aren't powerful enough to form and maintain a habit if you're not aware of them. You intensify them by paying attention to them because of this. How does it seem in real life? Give yourself a slap on the back and remind yourself you are a great beast for finishing the work at hand. Make sure to tell someone about how proud you feel when you floss like a champion. To put it simply, focus on the satisfying emotions you experience, and they will eventually serve as the driving force behind your actions. Tip 9. Use images to stay inspired. Seeing graphs and charts that demonstrate your performance may immediately make you feel accomplished and inspire you to keep going. To maintain motivation for your modifications, think considering including visual components into your habit tracker setup, such as using color coding to distinct days or even experimenting with digital stickers. Tip 10. Instead of breaking old habits, form new ones. When we're attempting to be more productive, we often try to take on too much at once, using our habit trackers as lists of all the things we need to get done. Instead, consider what little behaviors or even actions might have a big influence on your total productivity. Then use monitoring as a tool for accountability and concentrate on systematically adding those behaviors or activities into your routine. And here's our bonus tip if you made it this far into the episode. Remind yourself using your Apple Watch. This is the section that truly matters most. Reminder that a habit tracker is only useful if it is consistently used. So be sure to stick to it every day. However, a digital style habit tracker does not remind you to return and complete the progress. In contrast to habit tracking applications, without a reminder, it may be quite easy to forget to use your habit tracker. Without a reminder, it may be quite easy to forget to use your habit tracker. So, try putting your habit tracker in a noticeable location where you'll see it often, or try setting a daily or weekly reminder on your iPhone or Apple Watch. Reminders are essential to keeping habit monitoring consistent. Although digital solutions such as habit monitoring applications are handy, they sometimes do not include built-in reminders that would motivate users to register their progress. Setting up a reminder system is crucial if you want to make sure that your routines are also followed. To ensure that you remember your routines, think about using the convenience of your iPhone or even Apple Watch to set up daily or even weekly reminders. As an alternative, you can put your habit tracker in a conscious spot where you'll see it often throughout the day. You can optimize the benefits of habit monitoring in promoting good behavioral changes and strengthen your commitment to it by implementing these reminders in your daily routine. If you have tried bullet journaling, time blocking, or just plain old to-do lists but haven't found the right solution to manage your time, then it's time to try out the Hourly Planner Bundle. This is the ultimate planner with everything you need to manage your schedule and get things done today. Featuring 300 plus planner pages with and without sidebars, 100 plus event and holiday labels, and over 2,000 plus planner stickers in 14 unique colors. All this and more can be found in our Hourly Planner Bundle, available in 2 amazing color options at perspectiveplans.com. Paperback edition, now available at Amazon, helping you plan for what's to come. Bonus tip part 2, be patient and maintain your drive. It takes time to form new habits, so don't give up if you don't notice benefits right away. If you persevere, you will ultimately begin to see the desired development. When it comes to creating new habits, patience is always essential. It's critical to maintain your commitment and motivation, even in the absence of obvious outcomes. The process of forming new habits is slow and calls for persistence and even consistency. Rather than letting sluggish progress depress you, concentrate on becoming committed to your habit monitoring efforts. You'll start to see improvements and good shifts in your behavior over time. Keep in mind that every little step you take toward your goals is a step in the right direction, and you will ultimately get the outcomes you want if you are patient and, of course, persistent. Share this awesome episode with someone you know who needs it to help them plan for what's to come. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I hate for you to miss the next episode. Now let's get into our recap. So let's do a quick recap just in case you missed a tip. Tip 1, state of mind. Tip 2, 60-40 rule. Tip 3, use precise details. Tip 4, beginning tiny. Tip 5, crush tasks by crossing it out. Tip 6, giving yourself a reward. Tip 7, consider the advantage. Tip 8, understanding the greatest benefits are innate. Tip 9, use images to stay inspired. Tip 10, instead of breaking old habits, form new ones. And our bonus tips, remind yourself using your Apple Watch. And our second bonus tip, be patient. I always had the uncomfortable feeling that if I wasn't sitting in front of a computer typing, I was wasting my time, but I pushed myself to take a wider view of what was productive. Time spent with my family and friends was never wasted. Gretchen Rubin. I just want to take a moment to thank our patrons and channel members. This episode would not be possible without your support. Thank you. And if you would like to support the show, visit patreon.com/perspectiveplans today. Thank you so much for stopping by and pressing play. I truly appreciate it. Let me know down below in the comments or your podcast review what tip you'll be using. Keep planning for what's to come, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.